Biggest forehands in the game on Sabine.
Love 1.
Good start on 2 occasions in this point to earn it by Linda after that quick shot to the wide forehand. There's the power on the parallel.
Oh.
Incredible weight transfer. She gets her into the crossover section. I doubt we're going to see the anti-spin used that much in this particular match. I feel as though she's got so much time on her hands, she'll be able to get the forehand in.
Interesting.
What do you think?
Well, tactically, I could see why she would go with a slightly more traditional game. But I think we'll see some of the ante as we did there. 2 of the first 3 points.
Yeah.
Or 2 of the first 4 anyway. But yeah, the first point, she came out with the ante. I think just to mix it up against long serves to keep Linda uncomfortable.
I think in the serve receive, we'll see it more. But as the rally goes on, maybe not so much. Let's see.
Also to drop it short from time to time, the way a player would push, just to leave an awkward ball shallow on the table. It could be very effective. But as you mentioned, when Sabina's got time, she's got the weaponry on the forehand side. Most players, when attacking against chop, will move the feet to make sure they are using the forehand, and if they can't, they'll push it with the backhand. They won't risk taking a big opening against underspin or trying to attack a chop with the backhand. Oh.
3, 4.
So as you said, on serve receive, anything quick into the backhand. Let's see if the rally does get long, to drop it, to mix it up. Whatever the fortune was, Linda acknowledged it quickly, but from behind the table is able to tie up the score with the forehand counterattack.
Linda will be watching out for if Sabine Winter does play the ante.
Oh, top of the net after an inside-out forehand. Sabine had a lot of work to cover that middle in this rally.
So far, the attacking of Winter has forced Bergstrom back quite quickly. So if an anti-shot is played, Bergstrom might not actually be able to come in and attack. She's already quite far away.
She's adapted well. It's a very uncomfortable ball, as we saw here, the ante come out. I'm still impressed, the physicality, that replay of Sabine Winter having to get down below table height with the most of the body.
6, 5.
It's such a chess game in many senses tactically. When you've got 2 completely different surfaces, serving, trying to get something out of the opponent. To break off the net, a little more fortune here as Linda comes into the second towel break with a 2-point lead. Good one shot and done. Sabine Winter able to escape this one quickly. Linda's played quite, I'd say, aggressively on the forehand side, like many modern choppers in the men's game. Not chopping so much on the forehand. You have to wonder if that's part of the tactic, if this was part of the game plan. Keep the pressure on. Don't let her recoil, because if you give her time, her forehand's just too strong.
Maybe now Winter should try and play a couple more balls into that forehand side of Bergstrom.
Well, couldn't have called it more perfectly in this one. I'm curious to hear, though, can you elaborate on why you think that would be effective?
Because Bergstrom isn't going to be chopping so often with the forehand or belly at all. Someone who will fish or block, try and caress or counter. Winter will get a ball she's more accustomed to, a ball that she can drive as opposed to having to lift and spin.
Funny, right after you said it, she did it and it worked. So Sabine trailing by 2 now. Some big serves to come. Wow, good patience in this rally. There were a lot of heavy chops coming back, and it's tough to put into words how much spin is on some of these shots. I'll be curious, we get that data on a lot of finishing shots. It'd be interesting to see how much rotation is on some of these chops from Linda Bergstrom.
It would be.
Now that was the perfect
9,
use of the ante. She dropped it just behind the net, nice and shallow. And again, it's got topspin on it, light. So she has to play it Linda from barely, let's say, below table height without much rotation to work with. 9 points apiece now. Now they're 1-0 in their ITTF head-to-head. But that's because they didn't count the mixed team result, where Linda won 2-1.
9,
Game
10.
point, Sabine.
Just shuffles on receive there. Watch this. Perfect shot.
It's what it feels like to be in the dugout. And she's still alive, up on their feet out of their seats for this one. Remember, Sweden's trailing 1-2 right now. And while this isn't elimination, you're collecting as many points as you can in every one of the 6 team matches that you play during stage number 2. As one of only 8 teams left. It's Sabine with her toes on the line once again, another game point.
Long serve to middle. Using the serve so aggressively with topspin to carry through further before Bergstrom can contact.
Outright tomahawk service point here. Well placed. At the body, curving into that forehand side of the elbow. Now the in and out game, chops sometimes come deep and sometimes a little bit more shallow, which really forces the attacker to move. Watch where this one is, much more shallow. So the ball stays low. By the time Sabine has it, it's out in front. Game point, Bergstrom. And the anti-spin leaves an awkward ball, and she seems like she's immune to it. Linda, not a hot pot. It was such a nasty anti-receive. Again, a lot of players learn physics, table tennis players, from the ball and the spin, but it really forces you to think with how the physics change. Oh, back edge of the table. Don't get me wrong, physics still applies. It's just the most frictionless of rubber you can have. Good start here from Sabine.
It's a fine line between being controlled and aggressive and snatching, and at certain moments in that last game, Vinter was maybe trying to finish the point a little bit too soon. Maybe played a few too many shots into the backhand of Bergstrom.
And here, as soon as she changes up to the forehand, it's effective. The first half of the game, it felt like Linda had won so many points on forehand counterattacks that it just felt dangerous to go there, but right after you called for it, started working. Or it did work, I should say.
Yeah.
I imagine you wouldn't have suggested it if you hadn't seen it effective before. So.
That's it. I do feel like it's more in Vinter's hands right now. But Bergstrom serving very aggressively and reading the antes very, very well, adjusting her chop.
4-2.
And you can see the idea from Sabine when she plays with the ante in that rally. Send it to the baseline, try, mix it up. We've seen her cause a lot of trouble beating Chen Xingtong. And she's taken down some big names from the Chinese team.
Yeah.
And in that, one thing Sabina's done incredibly well is vary her depths on the table. Right after doing so well in Montpellier, went straight to Frankfurt. Merciless. Time and time again, the physicality that this takes, and then hitting it untouchably to the forehand.
To be able to play so many powerful spin shots against a long pips chopper is crazy. Long pips produces so much backspin against topspin.
Awkward ball still in play. Oh, man.
5.
I was curious to see which side of the racket Sabine would hit it with, but there it's a side swipe. When you're behind the table, it's tough to do much with the ante. We've actually seen Sabine Winter chopping from back there on a rare occasion. Oh, stolen inside the table. Don't leave your balls out without a lock on them on the middle of the table with Sabine on the other side. She will take them all day long. But it's mine.
Yeah. Oh, well played from Bergstrom to adjust out the middle.
And a break off the net at the end to slow it down. It's so exciting to watch how many balls come back with that much power coming into Linda Bergstrom in the first place. 3 points in front, looking to tie up the match.
5,
Sabine Winter at the second towel break only has a cushion of 2 points. I stuck around to watch after shift the other day, Sabine Winter giving a bagel to Pritika Pavad. Her game is tough. This is impressive. And that
6,
serve
7.
has caused damage in so many ways. The variation on that tomahawk serve, deep, right into the crossover. And now a timeout on the German side.
Get Bergstrom into the middle and forehand.
Wow, UFO.
6.
I'm not sure. Maybe.
I love this. This is so honest. She said, did it hit your, I thought it hit her shirt.
Challenge. Yo. Kind of challenge.
She says that's
Kind of challenge.
not challengeable.
Continue play.
Wow. You got to hand it to Sabine Winter for being as transparent. She's not sure.
8, 6.
I'm trying to remember the 7 or 8 rules that can be challenged within the realm of TTR.
Yeah, there were 8 last I checked. After the World Championships, not long after, they added a serve in doubles if it was on the wrong side, didn't go cross court. Sabine was very clear. She said, I don't think it did, but I'm not 100% sure. And then she went to the bench. She said, did it, if you saw it. And in all fairness, what she said right after, she said, if it's skin, if it's my face, I can feel it. But a shirt, you know, it drapes off your body. It's not pressed up against. You can't usually feel it if it hits your shirt at all. That's really tough to know. And I think Linda felt confidently that it did. And I think Sabine was very honest and fair.
7, 9.
That said, mentally, all these players, no one out here is psychotic. They all are very empathetic, and Sabina's very high on that list. She's as nice as they come, and I think she felt bad because she saw the frustration of Linda, but
9.
she's, 1, playing a team event, and 2, she represented herself honestly and fairly. Said, I'm not sure.
I think it was completely fair.
Me too.
Interesting shot there from Winter.
It's not the first time we've seen her from deep on the table or even behind just sort of drop the head of the racket and play that ante with a swiping motion. So it's 2 game points at the third towel break for Sabine Winter. The UFO is such an unusual shot anyway. It just looks strange. I mean, you're not used to seeing it. You don't have warm-up practice partners doing it.
11, 8.
So Sabine captures game number 2, 11-8. The final game in this second match. Sabine Winter with a bit of momentum here. Linda Bergstrom, the chopping side for Sweden. Active play.
1.
I would say that Sabine took a few right off the bounce, and Linda was already there ready no matter where it came. Look at the movement here, the athleticism. She's so fast. Bergstrom, 30 years old, running around like she's conditioned for anything. Good pressure into the middle from Winter.
First time in a long time we've seen Linda Bergstrom play a forehand close to the table off of the anti-spin, which put on light topspin. Winter was prepared that time. We've not seen Winter play many slow spins into forehand after Bergstrom's played the first backspin chop.
Good anti-receive. Kill shot way out wide. I don't know. I would love to know what the practice regimen was for Linda. I mean, who she played with to prepare for this, because she's playing the ante like she's got a twin sister who uses it. And a twiddle here, perhaps a UFO, but a black side spin shot from Sabine Winter. We saw how subtle that hand difference is from when she plays UFO to when she turns it to a complete backhand.
1-4.
Now 16 centimeters, the minimum required height for a service toss. It's actually not very high. It's about the height of the net, slightly less. Drilled on the parallel into the ante, and they switch sides with Linda Bergstrom up by 4. We're looking at the top European woman, Sabine Winter, who bageled Pritika Pavad, which is quite a statement. Linda in wonderful form here. Coming into this match, having not seen their head-to-head, this seemed like a very uphill battle.
Yeah. If I was a betting man, I definitely would have gone with Winter.
Not over yet, though.
5-2.
It feels like a landslide lead, and someone's got 5 of 6 points played. But all it takes is one to make you realize, well, she's not that far away. Sabine, just 3 down now.
We've seen her go from,
3-5.
you know, serve receiving to all-out power. We haven't seen so much point construction with the forehand of Winter, and I think that's been because of how strong Bergstrom's forehand has been in this match. Winter is wary at what she could do with the ante if Bergstrom attacks there deep.
Anton in training right now. And leveled out from 1-5 down, 4 in a row. The timeout has not stopped Sabine Winter. She's had some big comebacks. I think we forget about that. We think about the victories, the names she's taken down, how she's risen to the top from being 4th in Germany to being #1 in Europe. You used the word point construction, and I've been really impressed with Sabine Winter's variation in her ante-game.
Yes.
From the tomahawk serve coming in to go down the line and then play another one somewhere else to a different depth on the table. Swedish dugout wants none of that ball catch.
Yeah, with the ante, it's been brilliant, but with the forehand, I think she's gone one-way traffic. Haven't seen her play many forehand pushes or anything like that. She's been wanting to attack, and Bergstrom's been able to gauge the distance. That's better from Winter, like you said, and play more ante, emphasising the importance of that here rather than trying to play too many attacks is wise.
I heard a very funny statement that applies to US ratings. Someone said for every point you lose that you push, you're closer to a 1200 player. For every point that you lose looping, you're closer to a 2000 player. The point is, if you've got an attack as an option, the push isn't usually the best, but it depends. A little fortune here. And of course, a good push at this level. We've seen pushes used incredibly effectively. No timeouts left. It'll be a fight to the finish here as scoreline tightens up. Touching ground again, the second time we've seen Sabine just drop the body and get the racket up over the head to finish the stroke. She's used it wonderfully well here, varying the lengths, but playing most of these tomahawk serves deep, or at least to the wide backhand side of Linda Bergstrom. Breaking a streak after 3 straight points for Sabine. At least 2 anyway, rather, from 7-6. There we go. Oh, jaw-dropping play. Linda, the variety in the chops. We've seen her put the tip down before and send it bending to the forehand. And here she did the exact opposite as well, to play it into the middle, to curve it back to the body. Tension rising. And it's 9 points apiece. Wow. 3 in a row for Linda to come into the third towel break. The last 2 serve combination in this match will be with Linda. Her tomahawk serves have been well handled with the ante as Sabina's played them out to her right side or Linda's backhand. Curious to see. And she changes it up with a backhand serve and deep on the receive. It's Sabina now with game and match points.
Adjusts herself, plays the perfect receive there. Sabine Winter prodding it through.
It's tied up. Wow, a pattern that she survived this time around. We could count. We'd need to take our shoes off because I don't think both hands would be enough to count how many times Sabine Winter has played that pattern and won a point. Alternating serves now. Sneaks it past on the forehand. Coming into this match, we talked about the power of Sabina's forehand, but Linda stood up to the test on so many occasions. Has really been a world-class chopper throughout. Fighting for survival with the serve, Linda. And she survives, she thrives, gets right on through with the forehand kill shot under pressure.
Patient from Bergstrom, didn't panic. The ball sat up and she took a chance.
Didn't sit up much, it was deep on the table and still a nearly flat hit kill. Looking at the short side, looking to hit that ante of Sabina. Footwork tested, Sabina back in pole position. Game and match point. Germany looking for that 4-2 lead. It's the backhand serve. She'll twiddle the racket right after. On the serve, the deception of this backhand serve. We were throwing praise to the tomahawk of Linda Bergstrom, but she's got so much variety in her service game.
Cut under the ball, then just came up slightly after the point of contact to lure Winter into a false sense of security. More backspin on it than what Winter may have thought, couldn't lift it.
Decepticon. And a deep push sets up game and match point for Linda Bergstrom. First one that I can recall. She's been on the chase the whole time. She's saved, what, 3 of them? 10, 11, and 12. First game and match point. Oh, wow. Shortens it way up with the ante. Sabina. Again, margins. We've seen similar patterns. One deep, and that one bounces about a foot closer to the net. Yep. Tricky day at work. Now this one we haven't seen.
14-13.
It's been a long time, at least I can't recall, since the ball was pushed deep to the ante and it came back wide to Linda Bergstrom's second game and match point for Bergstrom. So game number 1 was 13-11. Game number 1 in the first match was 20-18. It's 14 all now. We're going to get at least 16 by the end of this game. Must win by 2. They continue to alternate serves with no timeouts left. Forehand so good, and a UFO could not come around that.
Winter's tried to play her tactics so differently. Playing way more anti-spin balls than what she was before. Was going for the UFO there, but played it into the middle, Bergstrom.
She's been good on the attack. She secures her 3rd game and match point, Bergstrom. Forehand, not over yet. Oh, and that takes care of business. Drives Sabina away from the table. And again, this was an uphill battle from the start, but up for a challenge.